Duckboat Dispatch, episode number 51, and this is a big one because not only is it the first time in almost a month we are all back together, more importantly, AJ Brown is a New England Patriot. He's here. He's finally here. The moment it has been rumored, it has been speculated, it has been reported for months. He is finally here.
Ah! AJ
Now,
Brown is a New England Patriot, baby. It's a great day to be alive.
are you more excited that he's a Patriot, or we can stop with all the reports every 3 days that it's not happening? It's happening. There's a handshake deal.
The reports didn't bother me at all. They didn't bother me one bit. I honestly didn't care seeing a report. I was just like, okay, I just want to say that we actually have a good receiver since what? Randy Moss.
Well, if you think of like deep threat receiver or like alpha receiver, he's the best receiver since Moss.
I'm talking about like a clear cut like top 10 receiver in the league.
Whatever. I do want to like chat about the schedule release because I didn't appreciate that.
The videos or like how they were released?
I didn't like the videos.
Well, the Chargers were going to do that regardless. If you're talking about that,
I liked them. I liked them. I thought the Patriots one was really funny of them on the roller coaster. Like, I just thought that was funny. But I was already having a hard day. And the first thing I do when I get in bed is open Instagram and I see fucking Trevor Lawrence getting into a barber chair.
We'll Sarah get to the schedule. Having the worst day of her life when she texted us that.
The
worst day of her life.
Literally had already texted them, like, guys, I'm going through it today, like, bad day. And I finally crawl into bed and Xander's in the bathroom and my room is like diagonal to the bathroom. So if you look out my bedroom door, you can see right into the bathroom. And he's like brushing his teeth or whatever. And I just start screaming. No.
What did Xander think you were like
dying?
Dying or like need to go to the hospital?
Yeah. He like ran into the room. He's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Trevor Lawrence cut his hair off." I cried.
How quickly did he go from like
concern to like, oh my God,
emergency boyfriend on the alert, ready to take care of you, to like, oh, like go F yourself?
Instantly he started laughing and then pulled out his phone and started recording me and sent his like little group chat, and then they all started roasting me, but it's fine. But yeah, I literally went through like the 7 stages of grief. There
was 4 stages of grief.
There's 5.
There
5 stages.
7. I went through 7.
Which ones did you get twice?
What were the other 2?
I like mentally, I didn't even know my name.
Like physical pain? Is that one?
Pretty much. I have a video. I'm laughing and crying at the same time in this video because I'm like, part of me was like, it's a fucking wig. Like, there's no way. And then I was
check out this video on our Instagram and our TikTok at Duckboat Dispatch.
But basically, it started. This was at 8:55. I said, "Who the fuck decided the Patriots Jag tickets were going to be over $400 for shitty seats?" I was mad because I want to obviously see them play. And then I said, "I just want to go to a Patriots Jags game and see Trevor." And then at 9:06, this is what happened.
So those are tears. And you know what the crazy thing is that my mom's not a big like sports person, but even she saw the video of him cutting his hair, was like, "Is Sarah okay?" And I was just kind of like, this is a can of worms you don't want to open, Ma.
No.
And she took the hint from there.
It's funny because when Xander and I met 3 years ago, my boss at Giordano's was like, "You only like him because he has long blonde hair and he looks like Trevor Lawrence." And at that point in time, we were just talking, like nothing serious. And I was like, bingo, that's exactly right. I like long hair. Like, I'm sorry. And the second I saw him with that haircut, I felt nothing for him. Absolutely nothing. I was like, I hate you. I was so mad. But I think it was just I was mad at him.
I could see you being on like a
Make sure Xander never cuts his hair then.
He already did.
That's the lesson I would take.
His hair short. I like it short now though.
I could see you being like on a reality TV show where they do like the little confessionals, like the little one-on-ones, and I could just see you going from it goes from a shot of your reaction, like open mouth, to like, I hate him now. He means nothing to me.
Yeah, he's dead to me. Dead. Bye. Here's the let it hit you in the ass on the way out.
Very odd
So-
question. How much money would you pay to have Trevor Lawrence officiate your wedding? Just curious. Or at least just to have him there. Not even officiate, just to have him there.
Well, I'm turning 25 in September, and I said to Xander, I go, the only thing I want for my birthday is a video from Trevor Lawrence saying happy birthday.
Is he on Cameo?
I don't know. But, like, if he is.
I'm about to do Xander really dirty by finding this if he's on Cameo or not.
I don't even think Xander knows what Cameo is.
So like I interesting how that's like the route Josh goes down, because I instantly go, okay, if you feel nothing for him anymore, so you're back on the Trevor Lawrence train.
It will be.
Okay,
Real quick, he's not on Cameo.
I didn't think he would be.
because I immediately went, ooh, I wonder if Sara will finally admit he's kind of a mid quarterback. But now you're back on the bandwagon, so you won't admit that. But I think in that 2-hour span, you would have.
No, I don't think I would have, because deep down I do think, like, I do love him as a player. I do think he is a good quarterback. That won't change.
Well, like, I wouldn't say he's a top 10 quarterback.
I wouldn't say he's the best in the league, but I don't think he's the worst.
Yeah, he's around that middle of the pack. Like, if you were to tier it off, he's probably in that, like, five tiers. He's probably in the middle of the third tier.
Number one, he's, like, right on the edge for me between best and mid. Like, he's, like, literally that cut. He's right, like, if the cut line is here, he's right here.
Yeah. I think it's a relatively fair spot to put him, especially with what he's had to deal with in his career.
He's also he's so up and down. Like, I feel like his biggest issue is that he's not as dependable as he was in college.
Yeah, he has a lot of those games where it's like, ooh, this is what we all kind of expected the boy wonder to be. And then the next game, it's like, man, this dude can't complete a pass.
Honestly, sometimes it's even, like, night and day between halves. Like, he plays a phenomenal first half, and then halftime comes, he comes back on the field for the second, and he's, who is this? Is this the same guy? But I can admit that. Like, I will admit when someone's not playing well, even if I'm their biggest fan in the entire world. But
I feel like this is growth. I feel like we wouldn't have gotten this almost a year ago.
I've always been that way. But when people, if you come at me strong about, like, oh, Trevor Lawrence sucks, blah, 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 I will come at you strong, and I will defend till I die. Even if I'm wrong. I don't care.
We now know where you think about Trevor Lawrence, but let's get back to the Patriots. A.J. Brown, Patriot, wide receiver 1, alpha dog, big dog. I don't know how much footage and media you all consumed about the A.J. Brown, like, at Gillette Stadium yesterday.
I've seen and listened to it all.
I'm busy.
He seems the happiest man on the planet to be in New England.
He's like a kid in a candy store. He's like jumping for joy. He's like he's like if you met Jason Tatum and I met Isaiah Thomas. Like, the two of us would just turn into children if that happened.
Actually, if I met Trevor Lawrence, I think I would just faint.
Like it kind of felt like he almost was. He was just so excited to be there. He was like, this isn't heaven, but it feels like it. It almost is. Like, that to him.
I saw I think that was the same, like, video, but, like, different clips. I saw one of him saying, like, oh, I kind of zoned out. Like, the only time I stopped paying attention in practice was I had a little moment of, holy shit, like, I'm a Patriot.
The same. Yeah. It's all the same.
Like, it's like, if you're, like, in it, I work at a freaking school, and this is how you know. But, like, in English in high school, they were like, oh, your aha moment. That was his, like, aha moment.
But the great thing about it too is that, you know, when you make a trade for a top guy, like, obviously on paper you're trading for a top guy, but I think that the fact that he is just so
happy,
verbal about just wanting to be here is like such. I want to just say, like, green flag, but, like, it's such like an addition on to also trading for him, because you can go out and trade for a top guy, and then in that guy's press conference, he'll be like, oh, yeah, you know, blah, 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 just excited to be here. You know, I was traded, like, stuff happens, yada, 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 you know, excited for the teammates and the coach. But he literally got up there and was like, I am so excited to play with my brand new Xbox that I just got for Christmas right now. Like, that's how excited he was and how he looked, and that he was just like nothing could put him in a bad mood that day. He was just like, I want to be here.
I have also seen a lot of, like, comments that he's a diva and that he's a big personality, blah, blah, blah. I think that comes down to he was unhappy. And when you're unhappy in a place, I mean, I've worked a job that I hated and I just wanted to leave, and I became a diva.
Well, look
at no one talked to me, nothing worked for me. I wanted XYZ, and if I didn't get XYZ, I was a bitch about it.
Well,
And so I think that's just human nature.
look at what happened with Stephon Diggs, though.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Another comment was they brought Diggs to the Super Bowl and they kept him under control. I wouldn't even say we kept him under control. I would say he was one of our biggest leaders last season.
He was one of the biggest leaders. He was one of the biggest locker room presences. And he also was dealing with legal issues mid-season as well. And so for people, I don't buy the fact that if he, what?
I was right about his legal issues, just stating that real quick. He didn't do shit. I was right.
Hold on.
It's funny, I'm here defending him where you're
real small. This isn't breaking news, but just small little thing. Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons said he will not return from his torn ACL until mid-October.
Ooh.
Per Schefter.
Sounds about right.
But like, yeah, with Stephon Diggs, it was like he was a big locker room presence.
He was great.
He was really dealing with something before the season started with the boat, mid-season with the legal issues and his chef. Obviously, and then we didn't re-sign him. But
I wish we did.
If you think AJ Brown is going to be a locker room drama queen issue,
they called him the was
poison in your face because I don't think Stephon. If we can take care of Stephon Diggs and he can take care of himself, I see no issue with AJ Brown, especially when he was literally not acting like a child, like immaturely, but he was literally acting like a child of joy in his press conference yesterday.
Yeah, and that's also what I think is the biggest thing is that it all comes down to you can put on a happy face, but you can't hide real emotion.
It wasn't that he was like trying to hide it. I mean, there were times during the
that's what I'm saying is that like
he chewed out Sirianni at times and even spoke to Jalen Hurts here and there,
as he should. But I think at the end of the day, this is where he wants to be. I think this is where he wanted to be day one. Like, even before he was an Eagle, before he was a Titan, like, before all of that, he wanted to be on the Patriots. And he's finally getting, like, his childhood dream. And
yeah, I think that will, even if you do, like, I don't think I don't know if the diva narrative is overplayed because maybe it's just I'm misremembering, but on his way out of Tennessee, it was more of the team didn't want to pay him a contract, not that he was causing problems. And with the Eagles, obviously, there was way more off-the-field drama, on-the-field drama of what was going on. I mean, he's a star wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Every single star wide receiver is going to complain a bit if they don't get the ball. That's just the way the NFL is, and that's the way that the wide receiver position works. But I think because he is very clearly so overjoyed to be a New England Patriot, like this is where he wants to be. He's with the coach he wants to be, and we'll get into if Mike Vrabel can, quote-unquote, keep him in check. I think he'll go the extra mile to make things work because this is ultimately, like, I bet you this is probably where he wants, and he's still got many years in the league, but this is probably where he wants his final destination to be in the league. Like, he probably wants to just ride off into the sunset here.
And I don't blame him. I mean, he's more than welcome. But I think also, I forgot what I was going to say. Was Vrabel his coach when he was on the Titans? Was that there when Vrabel was there? Okay.
Yeah.
I just think, I mean, if they worked well together then, they'll be fine.
The two of them worked together. It was the front office that blew it all up.
Whatever. The Titans are shit. But back to, like, the Eagles thing and everyone saying he's a big personality. He, like, his Instagram post for them was very sweet, and I actually saw it. I read it. I started following him. But I will say this, as someone who's had firsthand encounters with the Eagles fan base during a Super Bowl, might I add, they're not the crowd you want to fuck with. They're not very.
I'm not scared of a lion.
And if you genuinely thought that AJ Brown was going to leave the Eagles a year removed from the Super Bowl in the fashion that he has, if you thought there weren't going to be stories that dribble out and questions that dribble out, reports that dribble out, like that always happens. They're not gonna. This wasn't a situation where it was. I don't want to say more like a Browns Myles Garrett, where it was like a mutual parting of ways, but it was understood. Hey, we're in two different places right now. You want to win. We're rebuilding. You can help us rebuild, and let's just kind of mutually part ways, and let's try to send you out in the best. Try to send you where you want to go, or let's make sure we put you in a spot that you want to succeed in. I think it wasn't that. I'm willing to bet if there is a very similar offer on the table from a different team, Like, let's say the Rams had offered that first round pick and a fifth round pick that the Pats had offered, and that ultimately got done. I bet you he goes for the Rams over that just because they don't want to deal him to kind of spite him on the way out. And maybe that's a bad example because the Rams are now favored to win the NFC, so maybe they want to get him out of conference. But you understand what I'm trying to say there. The Eagles, in my opinion, would not have done right by A.J. Brown, but it's all a moot point because they did right by A.J. Brown in a sense, and we have plenty to get into with A.J. Brown. We're going to get into the NFL schedule, some of the schedule release stuff. I know we're a few weeks late on that. You know, life happens. We had to miss a few weeks. It is what it is. We're going to predict.
Tom, you want to explain why we missed 2 weeks?
We're going to move on from that right away. We're going to get through. We're going to look very...
We missed weeks.
Very early preseason, like way too early preseason predictions for the Patriots. We'll go through all the games. There is some NBA final stuff that Josh and I want to talk about, and there is a very specific Red Sox story I want to get to with Sara because I want her opinion on this, and I know she's not a Sox girly, but I think this is something that she'll be interested in just because of the...
Does Sara know this? I know you sent the clip, but does
we
Sara
went over
know...
the story. We went over the story pre-show.
I was going to say, does Sara know the specific player's name? Does she know how to say it?
Not a
Nope.
shot. Which is
Okay.
why I'll introduce it. I'll bring it
I
up.
think is his first name Isaiah?
Yep.
Yeah, close enough.
Okay.
Nobody actually calls him by
I'm
his name.
mainly looking for the last name, though. The
No,
last name is
didn't
the
even
You won't get
read
the
it.
last. You can call him by his initials.
I just listened to it. I didn't even read the context. Like,
Okay.
I didn't read what was written. If it's Red Sox, I don't give two fucks.
I mean, I know we don't want to. I don't want to dive into it yet, but it's like, I'm not even saying this to like disrespect really baseball in general. But to be fair, who cares about the Red Sox right now with how terrible they are?
I never
And,
have
like-
it. Well,
And how overjoyed, like how there's so much, not so much, but there is actually something going on with the Patriots. Like many OTAs have started up next week. I think rookie minicamp begins a week early with New England.
It's
So
next
there is
week,
some
yeah.
like is gone like AJ Brown's here. It's all what does
What?
the Patriots look like with AJ Brown? This and that AJ Brown. What did AJ Brown say? What did Vrabel say about AJ Brown? What did Drake May say about AJ Brown? What did AJ Brown say about Drake May? Like all of this is more important right now.
shush.
Just setting up what we're going to talk about for the next 40.
We're doing a show, and midway, Sarah's just like,
Just wait to talk.
I'm just
And I
setting
don't-
up what we're going to do for the next 45 minutes. It's fine.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. Booger.
okay, well then here, let me ask you this question real quick on Brown and Vrabel. Who do you think is more excited to have the other one? Vrabel is more excited to have Brown on the team, or Brown is more excited to be working with Vrabel?
I think Brown is just more excited in general to be here.
I'm gonna go Vrabel.
I'm going to go Vrabel as well because
Yeah.
there's some outside influences that I think this.
Oh,
I'm
No
not saying
one-
that the Pats are this to distract from the Rossini, but this takes away from the Rossini story
No
a bit.
one's talking about it.
I
No one's
think
talking about it.
also no one's been talking about it for like.
No,
what?
there's that one loser on Twitter who's still going absolutely crazy about it, like the 49ers beat reporter.
Yeah, there's some people still juicing it, but now that AJ Brown is like
The
the new big
reason-
headline in New England,
the
it's
reason-
now no one's bringing it up now because again, winning and making good moves will make this entire thing go away, and that's literally. I think honestly, that's what's going to make Vrabel more dialed in this season,
I love
just so that he can kind of get this story off of his shoulder.
I also was never worried about whether or not Vrabel was going to be dialed in or not, because he always will be. I think that the guy who's like still running his mouth about the Diana Rossini shit needs to grow up, get a life, and maybe get off the internet and touch some grass.
Yeah, I mean, he's a loser.
My
And
advice for you. You can
In Sarah's-
send it to him if you want.
And Sarah, instead of saying go touch grass, in your sense, you should say go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently avoiding
shopping-
grass.
look at the
Shopping-
way her face lit up when she heard the word shopping.
I went shopping on Sunday. I went to a
There
real
was-
mall. It was amazing.
What were the you texted the two of us asking us to like describe 4 words about you, and what were my answers? My answers was like Trevor Lawrence, shopping, Louis Vuitton, and like French toast.
Or you said French toast. You did say French toast. No, I was doing a TikTok trend. I never did it. I forgot.
Crud.
Damn.
Well, let's get back to
It was like
Let's-
text your friends and ask them for like to describe you in 4 words. Like what 4 words make you think?
let's
Okay,
get back
yes.
to football a bit because the Patriots went shopping a few days ago and secured AJ Brown. And the first thing I want to talk about, and we'll get into all the nuts and bolts, all the nooks and crannies of the AJ Brown trade, what it means for the Patriots, the offense, the expectations that are now set. But I want to get into the first thing, which is obviously when you see a trade, was it an overpay? And I think this is clear as day on overpay. I think this is a very good deal.
I will say it's maybe a slight overpay. I was kind of hoping the first wouldn't be in there. I don't really know if the first was worth it, but I'm not like no, I'm not coming on here like angry that it was an overpay. Like if I'm just putting the two on paper, I would probably maybe lean towards a very slight like 1% overpay. But like again, I'm not standing here like angry. I'm very much for getting rid of draft picks for high end talent. I'm very, especially if you're getting rid of next year's pick and not this year's pick. With this year's pick, I'm not a college guy, but I am very well intellected that this upcoming draft is extremely effing stacked. And so I think that the fact that the Eagles did originally want this pick, the 2027 pick, and so I think that the fact that Vrabel and
They got
Elliott
a 28 first and a 27. They got a 28 first and a 27 fifth.
yeah, the Eagles
27 first and a 28th fifth.
No, the Eagles originally wanted the 2027 first because this draft is so much more stacked. But the fact that Vrabel and Elliott Wolf were able to kind of package together and give them the 28 first round pick, I think is a massive win that you get to keep your pick this year. For a top 10 receiver, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that trade. I don't care if it's a slight overpay or not. I'm gonna do it. You know me. I'm not a banker on rookies. Give me the talent now. Give me the now. I don't have time for the future.
So, and that's the other thing though, is that I feel like our wide receiver room is very much in depth. Like we have two rookies, we have a few, sorry, not two rookies, two vets. We have a few rookies, and then we have people that have kind of like have marinated a little bit.
I know we'll get into it because I think the wide receiver room conversation is interesting of who gets left out because someone's gonna get left out.
Someone's gonna hit the road.
There's gonna be an odd man out now. There's just too many. There's literally too many bodies.
Booty over Douglas.
And we can have that debate, but I look at it as if you're gonna look at an overpay, I look at the other wide receiver deals that took place this offseason, and the one I thought of immediately was Jalen Waddle to the Broncos, and Jalen Waddle went for a first round pick, a third round pick, and a fourth round pick. I mean, it was a pick swap with the fourth. That's objectively more capital that was sent out for Jalen Waddle, and AJ Brown greater than Jalen Waddle.
You got better talent for a better discount.
I feel like Jalen Waddle is kind of washed.
I wouldn't say he's washed. I would just say he's not what AJ Brown is.
No, because he was also a wide receiver too for majority of his career so far because he was playing against Tyreek Hill. So I think, I personally think that Jalen Waddle is going to really have a good year this season. I think he's going to take over as the wide receiver one in Denver over there. I think he's going to take over with Courtland, especially with Courtland Sutton's age.
Okay,
But Tom, to your original point, he went for a first, a third, and a fifth. Yeah, compare that to the AJ Brown deal. I'm shocked we didn't give up more, honestly, because I thought that the market was going to sway after the Jalen Waddle deal.
I feel like what happened was the Eagles were asking for more. The Patriots weren't budging. That's why we had the June 1st deadline, and that's why it took so long to get him. I think the Eagles got tired of going back and forth because they're like toddlers. They say, gimme, 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 gimme. If you wait them out long enough, they give up.
So the trade,
here, just take it.
The June 1st deadline was because that was like the end of the year for AJ Brown's contract, and so if they traded AJ Brown before June 1st, they would have a massive dead cap hit, and they would have to owe a ton of money. Where instead they trade him after June 1st, that money now gets divided, so they're able to save more money this year and split it among like 2 years, I think, instead of the one massive year.
But that also gives them more time to like feel out other people, like
exactly. I mean, they got what they wanted. We waited until June 1st, and so I think that's also kind of what we used to our advantage a little bit. It was like, hey, we are ready to do this deal now, but you're gonna wait. You're gonna also ask for a fifth, a first, a third, and a fifth. Well, no. Take out that third because we're gonna wait 3 months to make this trade for you, so you can save money. We'll give you the first and the fifth.
That's how you get.
I think it's also interesting because there was really no other suitors reportedly for AJ Brown. Like everyone had backed out. The Rams pivoted to Myles Garrett. Obviously, we saw that trade go down, which was nuts to happen as well.
I would too, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Myles Garrett greater than AJ Brown.
Everyone was stunned by it,
and especially when you have Devonta Adams and Puka Nacua.
What pisses me off is that during the Myles Garrett thing, when I first saw that, I was in a room with people who knew nothing about football. Nothing. I could say to them, who are the New England Patriots? And they'd be like, I don't know.
They're a soccer team.
Literally. But I looked at my coworker and I was like, the Rams just got Myles Garrett. And they were like, what? I'm like, God damn. And so I ran out of the room. I called Xander and he was like, I know, I just saw him. Like, I was able to talk about it. And then the AJ Brown thing, I was at my other job and I like shot up and I was like, guys, we just got AJ Brown. And they all just looked at me and I was like, you all suck. And I ran and went and found someone to talk about football.
Or
with.
like we're normal people talking about finances.
I'm like, well, it was all new people, it was all new servers, and they didn't know that I'm a massive Patriots fan and I love football so much. And then we sat there and they like asked me, they're like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I'm a preschool teacher, I'm a bartender, manager, and a server. I'm starting my own company and I do a podcast on the side. And they're like, Jesus, you do a lot. I was like, yeah, I do.
I mean, I guess this is a very easy question to answer right now, but who won the trade in your eyes? Because right now, if we're going off paper, I think New England won.
I mean,
But
yeah,
then
they
again,
got better in the short term.
Yeah, you do have to wait to see what AJ Brown's production is, and then also you have to wait 2 years to find out what that 28 first round pick is going to be. The real question is, how much of a risk do you think the Patriots are taking with this? Do you think this is high risk or low risk?
I don't know.
I see it as low risk.
I do too.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say low risk because if his knee really is as bad as
no.
like the Rams thought it was, if his knee's
No.
not good, and it doesn't work out, you'd be like,
But-
oh damn, that's not good.
But he was doing
It's just like, oh, I got a shit knee, so he didn't have to go to the Rams.
No, this knee narrative has been a thing since he was on the Titans. That's why the Titans traded him away to Philly. And then look what he did in Philly. He plays majority of the season. He doesn't miss heavy amounts of time. He goes and wins a Super Bowl. He's an all-pro wide receiver majority of the time. And the injuries I think he had wasn't even his knee. Didn't he have a hamstring injury last year?
I don't remember. I just like if
I
that,
think
that's
with
where
him-
that's why I would say it's more of a high risk because he seems to be a guy who has some sort of knee problem and like
But even-
degenerative knee issue. And if that's real, okay, that shortens his career, it shortens his prime, and obviously the Patriots are in a win. They're in a win now mode. This trade is evident. They're in a win now mode because they're trying to capitalize on Drake May's rookie contract because Gonzo's got to get paid this year. Drake May is going to get paid the next year. And okay, what are we going to do with we have.
But
Then
I
you
don't
have
even-
20 other roster spots to fill out.
But I don't even think it's fair to call him injury prone when he hasn't even missed like heavy amounts of time.
That's
Like
to say injury prone. It's more of saying, okay, this guy's getting older. There are reports he has knee problems or a knee problem.
But has the knee problem actually like affected his game? Has it really
I
affected
mean,
him?
no, I mean, last year was his worst year. I
he-
would argue that's more of his mindset than anything.
Because he hated being on that team, and the offensive coordinator on that team sucks. He's still putting up 1,000+ yards. He's still an All-Pro bowler. I see this as don't talk to me about this injury crap. I don't buy it. I don't buy the knee stuff.
He did have a hamstring injury last
I called it. See, it's not even the knee. It's the hamstring.
Leg. He's got leg problems.
Oh, screw off. Knee, hamstring are two different things, Mom.
But also, apparently, the rookie that the Eagles brought in to take over Brown's spot is now
He's what?
he's hurt.
But that's like a Philly sports curse where all their young draft talent gets
You
injured
know what?
early on.
Fuck Philly. I hate the Eagles.
I think a lot of the league does in general.
Yeah, but a lot of the league hasn't had to deal with them. I had to. I got the stomach bug from an Eagles fan. I had to watch an Eagles fan yell at me. Well, yeah, they were yelling at me. But after I had been throwing up for 12 hours and I just watched my team lose the Super Bowl. I don't want you in my face, so I spit in yours. Have fun with the stomach bug, asshole. God. Maybe lose it and you could use it.
Well, speaking of losing pounds, the Patriots are probably going to lose some weight in the wide receiver room because now that AJ Brown is officially here,
Oh, what?
No.
that was a great transition. That was a great transition. I don't want to hear it.
I'm not saying no to getting rid of one of the receivers because I think one of them does have to go. I'm saying no because I know who it is.
No,
Well,
I
it's just-
don't want to get rid of Booty.
Well, I mean, you know who loves booty.
There you go. No, I need to emphasize how crucial I think it is to keep him. I think
I agree.
because if you look at from last year to this year, if you're looking at the rosters, you get rid of Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte, and in return, you're getting AJ Brown and Romeo Doubs, which is an upgrade, yes.
Oh, yeah, that is who we got. I forgot about him.
But we could live in a world where we just get rid of Stephon Diggs and we upgrade to AJ Brown and Romeo Dobbs, and we keep Kayshon Boutte as a 3, and then we have Matt Collins as like a 4, kind of roaming around, and we can kind of place him at
5
3.
guys.
What?
If you get rid of Matt Collins, I will go kicking and screaming.
He's
I
got
don't
one more
think
year
he
on his
will.
contract. He's not going
But
to.
what I'm saying is you have Brown at the 1, Dobbs at the 2, and then you have Kayshon at the 3, and then you have Matt Collins kind of roaming around. I think having Kayshon Boutte as like a solidified 3 who can make deep ball plays, because now that he has the pressure off him of being kind of a 1 and a 2 on the field, he can now be a 3, where in man-to-man coverage, AJ Brown will take care of that. And then guys got to focus on Romeo Dobbs. And then you have a deep Kayshon Boutte down the field, which Drake May can make amazing plays for. I think that is a very like sneaky weapon you can have on your team. I don't like the idea of.
He's also
It's still a good idea, but I don't see AJ Brown, Romeo Dobbs, and then you have like Matt Collins, Pop Douglas, and Efton Chisholm kind of just roaming around back there. I think having Kayshon Boutte as your solidified 3, so that when the defense does pressure AJ Brown, Drake May, and Romeo Dobbs, look who's down the field to save the day.
Okay, but
and he's gonna save Boutte.
But that's what AJ Brown is going to be. He's going to be that deep threat, that guy who can take the top off the defense and open things up vertically for the Patriots.
But he's also going to open things up for the rest of the team as well, because the team is going to be so focused on man-to-man coverage on AJ Brown that on certain plays, you're going to be able to look at Boutte for a couple first downs, a couple deep plays. You're going to get that from him. I think if you keep Boutte, even for this year, because he could potentially walk next year because his contract ends up, even if you can keep him this year, I think that would be so worth it, even to have him for the last year of his contract.
No, I agree.
I disagree on that. I just think his role is overtaken by what AJ Brown does on the field and the talents that AJ Brown has. And then you have Romeo Dobbs as your 2, that guy who works more the middle of the field, and then you have Pop Douglas as your slot guy. That's the role Pop Douglas excels in. And I'm not saying I'm the biggest Pop Douglas fan, but I think when it comes to more of like a locker room and vibes guy, he's way higher. If like talent, Kayshon Boutte is more talented than Pop Douglas. But if you're worried more about the vibes and things like that, that's where I would lean Pop Douglas. He's very well liked in the locker room. He's been here for a while. He's super well liked in the community. He does a bunch of charitable work. And I just think Kayshon Boutte doesn't want to be here either. He's not at the facility. He's not practicing with the team. He's making, tons of social media posts and crap like that.
He's not. What social media posts?
I'm pretty sure he's posting that he's away from the facility, doing a lot of training.
He's posting the team. Actually, he posted AJ Brown.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I just think like his role is obsolete now that we have AJ Brown here. I just don't see how he fits in.
I don't think
AJ Brown is getting double teamed every single snap,
and that's why you have Romeo Dobbs.
Well, let me finish.
Why would you just want Romeo Dobbs? We can also have Dobbs and Boutte. Why would you only settle for one?
Exactly.
I don't think Boutte has a role on his team.
Why would he not, though?
I think you're wrong.
And that's fair. They do the same. Like AJ Brown does what Kayshon Boutte is supposed to do, but way better.
AJ Brown takes a lot of pressure as being the wide receiver 1. With Kayshon Boutte as your wide receiver 3, a lot of pressure is taking off him.
I'm not talking about the pressure. I'm talking about what the position they play on the field, the type of the receivers they are.
Yeah, I'm saying that Kayshon Boutte is not a wide receiver 1. Kayshon Boutte is a very good wide receiver 3.
I'm talking like when it comes to Kayshon Boutte is that deep threat. He's the deep threat. Like that's what his role is. Like the most memorable play is that sideline grab in the end zone where he just puts the ball's thrown into a basket and he one-hand grabs it. That's Kayshon Boutte in a nutshell.
You also filter in Matt Collins to Pop Douglas and Efton Chisholm. You don't just settle for Boutte on every single play with AJ Brown. You filter through them, but if you're able to also have Kayshon Boutte with AJ Brown, that's a dual deep threat play that you can have on the team. I'm not saying you need to do it every single play, but it's a weapon and some versatility and some variety that Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels can have.
No, I just don't. I think his role is obsolete with the New England Patriots. I don't think he wants to be here, and I think honestly, he'll be involved in some sort of trade, and your wide receiver room will end up looking like.
You probably will. I'm being honest.
I think it'll end up looking like AJ Brown, Romeo Dobbs, Pop Douglas in your slot, Matt Collins as your run. And the other great thing about AJ Brown is he's a big son of a bitch. So he's going to be a great run blocker as well. So you can get him and Matt Collins in there for the run blocking. And then that extra deep threat that's, on a broken play every now and then who you might see go deep for a pass. I think that's what Kyle Williams' role will evolve into, that What was the dude's name on the Bengals when it was Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? What was it, like
Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Boyd. Like, that's where I see him sliding into a role, and I think that's what the receiver room will end up looking like. And then Efton Chisholm, punt return, practice squad guy. Like, that's what he seems like he's going to be in his career for the time being. But obviously someone's going to get left out. I think it's just the way things are lining up. It's looking most likely to be Kayshon Boutte. And if you can send him out, there's reports and rumors and speculation that the Pats aren't done. They're looking for an edge threat. If you can package him with a pick for an edge threat, I think that's a perfect scenario. You get a guy out who doesn't want to be here, and you solidify your wide receiver room, and also add to what is probably your weakest position group right now, which is your defensive line and like getting pressure on the quarterback.
I think one thing that's kind of hurting you with trading Boutte, which I mean, I'm not for, but I think it might happen at this point, is that he is on the last year of his deal. So I think that kind of devalues him just a tiny bit. I mean, and there's rumors going around that he's going to go for a 5th-round pick, which I really don't think he's worth a 5th-round pick in my opinion.
You get the 5th-round pick back that you just sent out for A.J. Brown, and you only send the first out.
I care so much about a 5th-round pick, Tom. I'm going to be jumping for joy. Oh, we won that trade. No, I'm going to come back on this podcast crying in my own tears because we gave up Kayshon Boutte for a 5th. Great.
Seen worse trades go down, so
we have seen worse trades go down. But let's get into the preseason, the way too early preseason predictions for the season. I know, Sarah, we did these last year, and I was typing this up, and I was like, does Sarah do these? But I remember you picking every game last year before the season, so I think you're down for that. What's up, Josh?
Do we gotta write it down again?
I have it on the spreadsheet. If you want to pull the spreadsheet up. That would be mint.
So right last year?
I don't know. My memory's a little foggy. I can't really remember what happened last year.
But I remember I had 7. Tom had 9. I believe Sarah had 10.
Kiss my
So real quick, as Josh pulls up the spreadsheet, tougher schedule. I would say a better roster this year.
Yeah,
expectations higher for this season, obviously.
No.
You don't think the expectations are higher going into this season?
Mine aren't.
Well, you had relatively high expectations last year.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, your expectations are always Super Bowl or bust, regardless of what the team is looking like. So that might not be a fair question to ask you. That might not be a fair question.
I'm a loyal fan.
Is the roster on paper better than last year?
Yes.
Okay. So therefore, expectations. If 1 + 1 = 2, expectations should be higher. We'll get there, Sarah. We'll get there. We got a whole other year to get there.
I'm superstitious.
Sarah, we're not talking about your expectations, but the expectations overall of the team are higher.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
I was no.
Do other people, not us, have higher expectations for the Patriots?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, let's get into it because the first 4 weeks of the schedule are a gauntlet. So, Josh, the first game, if I'm correct, on a Wednesday night, Super Bowl rematch in Seattle.
Yeah, we gotta bring it back.
What is that?
I hate when they do this. Like, who the hell wants to watch that game? Like, that game was horrible.
I mean, they're gonna do it. You knew they were gonna do it.
I need to relive my worst nightmare.
But to open the whole season,
like, that's ridiculous.
Usually they don't. Like, there's always a Super Bowl rematch, but never the first week.
We lost the first game last year, right?
Yes, against the Raiders, and I believe they will. I mean, yeah, good on you, Josh. I believe they'll be losing this game to Seattle as well.
I do too.
Low key, nah, dude. They okay. So here's my reason. They lost, assuming Gonzo's still on the team. This is my assumption that Gonzo was still on the team. If we watch the Super Bowl, what was the problems with the Super Bowl?
Assuming Gonzo is still on the team.
Well, like he's not holding out. They get the contract done and everything's.
We're assuming Gonzo
pretty in a bow on it.
Yeah, assuming Gonzo was on the team. What were the issues with the Super Bowl? The issue was the run game. It wasn't JSN. It wasn't Sam Darnold because who did a spectacular job in that? Gonzo. And who did the Seahawks lose this offseason? Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
So you kind of the matchup is in your favor. And what was also your problem in the Super Bowl? Your offense. And what did you upgrade this offseason? Your offense. So everything in the offseason, if we're just comparing the Patriots to the Seahawks one-on-one, everything kind of went your way if you're the Patriots against the Seahawks. So honestly, I'm going to take the Patriots to win Week 1 season opener.
You know what? Give me my team.
I love your reasoning, but I think in Seattle with that crowd, which is one of the few.
Downer.
No, I'm just being realistic. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I think
whatever the home. And who cares?
The 12th man.
So scary.
The 12th man. The raising the Super Bowl banner gives you an extra little boost. Like Sam Darnold still doesn't scare me, but I think overall, like the Seahawks, it'll be a better game than the Super Bowl, I think. But I think it's gonna be a Seahawks win.
Scares me. That's it.
Yes, he does. Josh,
But
what
he
is the
didn't
Week 2
do it.
game? Because I already forget.
So we have the Steelers coming to New England.
And this will be an easy win.
Don't say that.
Aaron Rodgers at age, 40? Not afraid.
Oh yeah, his very last time playing against the
He's
Patriots.
gonna run out with the American flag again and snap his wrist.
He's towards Achilles, but I'm glad you went nice. I'm glad you went nice there. Yeah.
I was thinking a different.
Yeah, I think this should be an easy win. I see no reason why this should be an issue for the Patriots. So I don't really need to give as big of a reason as I do with the Seattle game.
No, like this is okay. This is the win. Like out of the first 4 games, this should be the easiest win. Week 3, Josh.
We have Sarah's favorite matchup of all time. The Patriots go to Jacksonville, and also I completely forgot. We need to figure out, Tom. We didn't specify it. We need to figure out which games are or international. I think the Detroit game is.
I believe you were right.
I think Detroit is international, but that's not until like week.
Hold, please. I'll find it.
But anyway, the Patriots.
It is the Lions game.
Okay. And what country are they in? Germany?
Yes.
Okay.
Only play in Germany.
So back to Sarah's favorite matchup of all time. The Patriots go to Jackson.
Yay. Trevor.
You heard
I'm
it here
going with
first.
the Patriots.
No, I'm going with the Patriots too. I just like saying Trevor. We got a puppy and it's a girl, and I can't name her Trevor.
Okay. Jesus, I have them going 3-0 to start the season. Oh, good Lord. Okay. In Buffalo.
See, this is what, when I first saw the schedule, I got deja vu in a sense where it was, early on in the season, very big test against Buffalo. And last season, I would believe it was week 5. It was, okay, this is when you figure out what your team is made of. And then they went into Buffalo and beat Buffalo, I'm pretty sure, that week. And it was,
you two picked Buffalo and I did
pick Buffalo. I did pick Buffalo because I did not expect last season to be as good as they were.
Tom, what'd you pick?
I hate
Love my good old Buffalo slot machines.
one of our kids today, we're learning about the zoo, and he had a buffalo, and he just kept going, Buffalo.
See, you gotta get him to learn how he's gonna yell, Buffalo!
No, I'm not teaching him that because he will do it, and I don't want to hear it. I hear it enough from you two.
But I think this is, again, very early indication of what you have in this team is, can they beat the division rival? Because even though you went to the Super Bowl, everyone still thinks, and partly right, you had a bit of a cupcake schedule in the playoffs where you get matched up with teams who were missing players. And I'm not going to be like, look, like everything broke their way in the playoff run. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it didn't break their way into the Super Bowl. But like you're in the AFC Championship game and you're playing a team with their backup quarterback who was formerly your backup quarterback.
Yeah, we played the one person I did not want to play. Like, I literally said to Xander, I was like, I will play any team. I just don't want to play the Seahawks. And then that's just how the rolled. But, I was just happy to be in the Super Bowl. I mean...
So Josh Allen still scares me. And
February, and I got football till February.
You did. But I'm going to go with the Patriots here because I don't trust Joe Brady as a head coach. I think he's kind of a moron.
Yeah. And my other theory is what seems like a bigger threat to you, Josh Allen, DJ Moore, Drake May, and AJ Brown?
Josh Allen's still greater than Drake May, but the gap is closer between Allen and May.
And they're also 2 new quarterback wide receiver duos. It's not like one of these duos has played with each other before. These are 2 new quarterback wide receiver duos. And I honestly don't like DJ Moore.
I don't either. He's never really done anything for me.
I'm taking the Patriots, honestly.
Yes, I'll go with the Pats here in this one. What do we have in week 5, Josh?
Yeah, what'd you take, Sarah?
Patriots, obviously.
Okay. Versus the Raiders.
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
This is a very bland Excel sheet.
I mean, you're gonna get Kirk Cousins or Fernando Mendoza, like
in MetLife Stadium against the Pooh team.
Yeah, I mean the Jets are terrible.
This is a fun one. In Chicago on Thursday Night Football.
Oh, the Bears.
The Bears. Bears lost DJ Moore. Who else did they lose/acquire this offseason? I mean, they have Roma Dunze, Luther Burden is in there. This could be a huge season for Roma Dunze.
I think this will be. I mean, you have the two
Like
top head
awesome.
coaching candidates from 2 cycles ago,
Yeah,
and Ben Johnson and
versus
Mike
Vrabel.
Vrabel. Like that's interesting. You have
I think
the
this is
Caleb Williams, Drake May, pick 1 and pick 3 in their draft classes, respectfully.
I mean, quite frankly, the Patriots completely. We played them last year, correct? I'm not
can't
smoking.
remember. I don't think so.
I don't think we
Oh,
did.
no, it was the year we went 4-13. It was Drake May's first year, and we smoked them. Because I remember I crowned them the worst O-line in the league.
But Caleb Williams has come into his own on that
Yeah.
team.
Yeah,
He's a different player now than he was 2 years ago.
because I have to look at it this way. I have the team going 6-0 apparently to start the season
Me
off.
too.
Do I really see them going 7-0
No.
and then 8?
I don't know. I'm like up in the air about this game because I watched Caleb Williams come back in a minute left on the
That's
clock.
a great point.
Game.
And for some reason, if the
Like-
game's close in the fourth quarter, like he scares me.
He scares me. And
Especially-
that's the only time that he scares me. He doesn't scare me any other time in that game. But the way the Patriots worked last year, if they were up in the fourth, if they went into the third quarter up, we were winning that game.
It's prime time too.
Second,
It's not like
the second we start losing and it's in the second half, there's no effort. There's no
Yeah,
pedal.
The
metal.
Pats were front runners last year. Absolutely. They were front runners.
100% how it was. And the fact that Caleb Williams, like it kind of, I'm not saying he is like him, but it like kind of reminded me of how I used to feel with Tom Brady. Like if we're down in the fourth, like I knew that he could get me to the end and have us win.
Give you a chance.
Feel that way with Drake May.
See, I was going to go more with a Caleb Williams. Like he feels a little Mahomes in the end of some of those, and I'm using those words purposefully. Like in the end of fourth quarter, he's able to make magic with his legs and just like broken plays that improviser that like Aaron Rodgers was known for in fourth quarters, just improvising. Brady was more like, I'm gonna systematically this is where I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna systematically just pick your defense apart. Where Caleb Williams is, okay, you're not gonna get me, and someone's eventually gonna get open. And that's what scares me, especially with the bad pass rush. And I do think that the Pats are due for a loss at this point in the season.
Yeah, I just don't want to give it to him.
Especially Thursday Night Football. Those games always are weird. I'm going to go with the Bears.
I probably won't watch it, so the Bears. I'll watch the first half.
I'll be the odd man. I'll be the odd man.
All right. Well, what is it, week 7? Week 8?
We are week 8. We're going to Miami.
Oh, Patriots.
Yes, Patriots. But I just want to put out there, they do suck in Miami historically. And that does scare me, but I'm going to go with the
Yeah,
Patriots.
but like you have to remember.
What is it,
it's
Malik
not
Willis down there now?
Yeah.
It's like Malik Willis and Devon A. Chain,
else?
and that's it. You don't have Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill is God knows where.
Was
Like,
Etienne on the Dolphins last year? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll go with the Pats.
This should be an easy
I'll
new.
never say his name.
I believe we're on week 9.
We are home.
Songs
We are
came up
home
Miami.
hosting. We're home hosting Green Bay.
The Patriots.
Give me the Patriots as well.
Wait, when are they playing Green Bay?
11,
This is week
November
11.
8th. November 8th.
Fuck, they'll have Michael.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they're gonna have Micah Parsons back because I think this is like November.
Yeah, but he'll be like newly back. Patriots.
What do I have?
I'm all-
What do I have the Patriots at right now, Josh?
You have the Patriots at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have them 6-2.
Yeah, I'll go Patriots. Because I think they're going to go 12-5.
I'm gonna go with New England because I don't believe in Jordan Love. We also took Romeo Dobbs away from them.
Hey,
Josh Jacobs is currently dealing with prison stuff at the moment. He's
Who?
currently
The
Josh
running
Jacobs,
back.
the running back. He just got arrested.
Oh, that was bad.
So yeah, you'll have Micah Parsons
Attended
back.
for shit.
You'll have Micah Parsons back, but what's that offense gonna do? That offense doesn't.
Jordan Love doesn't scare me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Jordan Love doesn't scare me. We also took one of the wide receivers away.
Like, he's in the same
fuck off.
realm of Trevor Lawrence in my eyes, Sarah. Like, he's in that
He
same
might be
realm.
no, I honestly might think Jordan Love's lower than Trevor Lawrence.
He's in that
Trevor
same
Lawrence
realm
had a-
for me.
Trevor Lawrence had a great season
I'm
last
not
year.
saying like he's better or worse. I'm saying like if I'm gonna lump quarterbacks together, they're lumped in the same group for me.
Okay.
No.
We are headed to Germany against the Lions. Neutral playing field. I am taking a loss on this.
Yeah, international game. I like the Lions. I'm gonna go with the Lions.
I'm going Patriot.
I need to have
Hey.
the Patriots lose a game. I can't have them going
Wait,
12-0.
wait. When we play the Bears, are we In
We're-
Chicago?
We're in
Yes.
Chicago.
Change me to the Patriots.
Any specific reason? Or you just don't believe in home field?
Road Warriors.
Next week is the bye week, so I have the Patriots taking a loss and then going on to a bye week, which I think is perfect, and then they come back to go against Buffalo.
Nope, they come back against the Chargers
What, you have it on as Buffalo on this, you dummy?
and add an extra spot.
Dense
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm going with the Pats against the Chargers.
game.
The Chargers do not scare me. I mean, we saw them in the playoffs, relatively healthy, and they don't scare me.
We fucking smoked.
I mean, yeah, their offense was in that.
Jesus, I don't know how Excel works. Tom,
I'll get over to it and fix it.
I moved Buffalo down too far.
The
Uh-huh.
next game is Buffalo. Just do this.
Well, no,
I got it,
next to the
Josh.
Chargers. No?
Do this.
Perfect.
And we
So
all went.
Yeah, Chargers coming off a bye. I'll take the Chargers. No, I'm sorry. I'm taking the Patriots. What am I saying?
And you can fix that there, Josh. Bang.
Yeah, get out of here. Now it's my realm. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
I got you taken care
Buzz
of.
off.
So the next game is going to be home against Buffalo.
I'll take that as a loss as well.
Yeah, I'll take the Buffalo. They're going to split against Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think at this point in the season, Buffalo will be actually operating the way they want to operate when they, Allen and Moore figured it out. The head coach has figured it out. The offense has figured it out. That's where I take Buffalo.
Guys, they lost my dress.
Fuck.
Is it in Buffalo?
It's in California, so fuck the Chargers. God
Damn, fuck the
damn it.
Chargers, dude. Why not the Rams?
Well, you just said Chargers.
They
So
don't play the
they're-
Rams.
Never mind.
Well, are you taking the Patriots or are you taking the Chargers?
What do you think?
I mean, come on.
Patriots.
That's a Patriots.
They do have Feed Me Lad McConkey.
Are you taking the Bills? The
He
Bills
took
or the
my dress.
Patriots?
Patriots.
Okay.
So Sarah currently has them going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 0 currently. I have them going 10 and 2.
I mean, this is pretty. Standard. I feel for what we should
I feel like I'm
expect.
too high on them. No,
Another Thursday night football game.
Last year, too.
Tom, shut up. This is my job.
And you guys
Buzz
were
off.
both wrong.
Tom, buzz off. This is my job. I do the
Yeah,
schedule.
Tom.
Tommy, you just sit there and look pretty. Okay.
All right.
What
Hey,
goes-
I heard that little snicker over there, Sarah. I didn't appreciate that.
Whoa, Sarah calling Tom ugly?
Gonna put it in my
Oh,
journal.
she didn't say no. She didn't say no.
Where's my
Ooh.
freaking therapy journal? I lost it. I gotta find that. It's in my
Ooh.
closet, I think.
Ooh.
Feelings. That's really funny.
God, good to know that Sarah would be great. So good to know Sarah would be a great wing woman for Tom.
Tried. It doesn't.
Like,
What is it?
Sarah's gonna go up to a girl at the bar and see, like, hey, see my busted friend over there? He thinks you're cute.
All right, 5/24,
Your
June
mic's
3rd.
off, dummy.
5/24, June 3rd. Sarah said I'm ugly. It didn't make me feel good. I feel
No.
sad.
It's
How-
actually.
I think the Patriots might lose
How
now.
many notes you got in there that are about me?
Absolutely none.
Let's go. I'm the
What-
one who makes fun of you the most, and yet I'm not in there.
What's the next game?
After Buffalo, we are hosting Minnesota.
They're gonna kick the crap out of Minnesota.
Who's gonna be the quarterback?
I
by
think
that
it'll be
time?
Kyler Murray. I think
Is it gonna
9
be
gets
Kyler or is
benched.
it gonna be McCarthy?
I can't
Or-
stand
or-
JJ. I mean,
or-
you guys know how I
or-
feel about JJ
is it-
McCarthy.
Is it gonna be Kyler Murray or is it gonna be 9?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just can't stand them. Give me
It's gonna
Kyler
be
Murray and the
Kyler-
Vikings
it's
to
gonna be
lose by
Kyler
45
Murray?
points.
Or is it gonna be 9?
Honestly, I hope it's not. They just beat the crap out of him.
Fine.
It's
Like,
JJ
that's-
McCarthy.
Ego.
That's his alter ego.
Yeah,
Or-
9.
That's so childish.
I mean,
It's
did you see?
Mary.
He has a baby
I'm
face too.
releasing
No, I know.
9, guys.
It's married. Does he have a girlfriend?
I have no. I mean, probably he's in the NFL.
She probably
think
just wants
he
to
does.
leave, but like, that's ridiculous.
Let's
Maybe
look it
he
up.
has a great personality too.
I doubt it. My friend,
Uh,
No, he's just compensating for the package.
she wants the NFL package. My friend,
She
went to
She wants the NFL package for sure.
yeah, I would too. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, all I want in life is to be a wag.
He's currently dating his he's married to his high school sweetheart,
He wants to be like Drake May so bad. It's embarrassing.
Katya Karopis.
Hey,
Am I saying that
Rex
right?
married his high school sweetheart first.
No, Drake May was the first one to do that. Nobody married their high school sweetheart before Drake.
Her name is Katya Karopis. I don't know
What's
if I'm
the
saying
game
it
after
right.
the Vikings game?
We have some Monday night football against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'll probably take the Chiefs here.
I'm going to take the Patriots because I hate the Chiefs and I will never pick
Yes,
the win.
but they have Patrick Mahomes, and more importantly, I think they have Kenneth Walker on their team now, and he scares the crap out of me now. He scares the crap out of me after the Super Bowl. So I have to go with the Chiefs there.
Yeah, but the Chiefs suck, if I'm being honest.
But they just find ways to win games.
No, they did not last year. They sucked.
But Patrick Mahomes also tore his ACL. Given they're out of the playoffs. But
no,
still.
even before that, even before he got injured, they sucked, and you know it.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I don't have them winning 13 games this year. I don't have them winning 13 games this year.
I might be too high on them. Jesus, what's wrong with me?
Go Patriots.
All right,
Sarah has them undefeated for the season.
That sounds about right.
What do we have next week?
It's called loyalty.
We're going to MetLife. Sorry, the first game was in New England. This time we're going to MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, they're gonna beat the Jets.
Yeah,
what's next for the Jets game?
In New England against Denver. Give me Denver.
Yeah, Denver, and this will probably have playoff seating on the line too.
I'm telling you, I love Jalen Waddle to Denver.
But I also think after that AFC Championship loss, like they're going to be extremely motivated, and I'll take Denver.
Yeah. And then the final week is in New England against Miami. Give me Miami because we're going to sit all our starters that game.
See, I was thinking that, but I'm just going to take Miami because I think there will be playoff implications that they need. So I'll take the win.
I'm going to take Miami because I think we're going to sit our starters this game.
Fair.
You know, I'm just going to ride out for an undefeated season, so Patriots.
Yeah, I'll go Patriots there, too.
We're going to go back to what 2008? Jesus.
What? What's wrong with that?
It's 07.
7, my bad.
They went undefeated in the regular season. But yeah, so Josh, what are the records we all have?
Okay, so Sarah has them going with a whopping 17 and up.
If they lose the first week, Sarah's lost.
True.
If they lose the first week, Sarah's wrong. Sarah's total record is wrong.
I have them getting one less loss than they did last year. I have them going 13-4.
Okay.
And then Tom, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 6 losses, so that's
11 and 6.
6.
All right. And that last week, they very well could. Did I have them winning that last week?
You have them winning that last week, yeah.
Okay,
so that could fluctuate.
But like, I am historically a little more pessimistic, I think.
I've always been more pessimistic, but this one I'm much more optimistic. I was very pessimistic last season. I had them going 7-10 last year.
I think I don't know, like pessimistic because I've tried to be pretty hopeful, but I think I'm just more like cautious.
I'm very pessimistic with my scheduling.
I just cheer for my team and say that they're going to win no matter what.
I like, okay, to the people who are saying the schedule is so much harder, I really don't.
I don't think it is.
Like the first 4 games, I think you have a tough first 4. Like 3 out of those 4 are tough.
Seattle, Jacksonville, and Buffalo are all good teams, but then like, okay, look at the rest of the schedule. I don't like Green Bay. I don't like Kansas City. I don't like Miami. I don't like Chargers. I don't like Detroit. I kind of like. I don't like Chicago. Like, I don't like any of these teams besides like Seattle.
I think if you were to break it up into like 4 games apiece, like that first 4 is probably the toughest 4 of the season. Probably the toughest 4 of the season. That second 4, like Raiders don't scare me, Jets don't scare me. The Bears, I think, will be a tough matchup. And then like Dolphins, the only thing, like I'm more afraid of them going to Miami than actually playing the Dolphins. Like they just stink in Miami. And then like Green Bay, I think is a good team. Detroit, I think is a good team. Chargers, I'm not worried about. And then the Bills, I think, are a good team. So that stretch from November 8th to the first week of December might be tough as well. And that's when you want to be playing your best football, right around Thanksgiving into December. And then you close the season with Minnesota, Kansas City, the Jets, Broncos, and Dolphins. And I think the toughest game out of there is
Denver.
Kansas City and Denver game. Like those are 2 tough games. Like I know the Chiefs didn't have a good season, but it's still Andy Reid and it's still Patrick Mahomes, and I'm still
but they said that last year, and then they stunk last year.
And I hate both of them.
But Travis Kelce's production isn't good. Rashee Rice is currently in prison. Patrick Mahomes did not play that well even before he got traded. He got injured. They traded away McDuffie. And so what? Your offense is now Patrick Mahomes, a washed Travis Kelce, a bunch of receivers, and then Kenneth Walker and Isaiah Pacheco.
Married. He doesn't give a fuck about football.
Cool. You have a great running back duo. And?
Well, I just think it's more I think about it a lot like the Patriots dynasty. Like obviously the closest. Like I'm not comparing them to the Pats dynasty. They're still very far away. But how many bad years in a row did Bill and Brady have? How many years in a row did they have where they missed the playoffs?
I'm not saying they're going to have
those.
a bad year again, but like if we're comparing the Patriots and the Chiefs, the Patriots are a better team.
Agreed.
Like on paper, yes, but I think that Patrick Mahomes can still give you trouble. And maybe he's a completely different player after tearing his ACL or Achilles or whatever the hell he did to his leg. And maybe I'm wrong, and Andy Reid's washed, and Travis Kelce, I will give you, is washed. And maybe he's just a detriment to the team at that point and a distraction. But I still see Kansas City, and I still see, ooh, okay, that's a team I'm a little still worried about.
No.
We're talking about football for an hour.
They're right, because I do want to get some baseball thoughts in here before we get out. Real quick, super quick, game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. It better be the Spurs all the way. Like, if the Knicks win, I'm going to be so pissed.
So, okay, here's the thing. I think the Knicks are being too overly hated right now to lose the NBA Finals. So I understand that everyone wants... San Antonio was just the hero right now. They just took down OKC. They're the heroes in Game 7. Everyone loves Wemby. Everyone wants this team to win. They don't want to see New York win because everyone hates New York. But here's the thing. And I'm calling this, and I will say this right here. I will never hate on this team. I'm not going to say I'm a fan of them. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon. But I am not going to hate if the Spurs and Wemby become a dynasty, because we just rooted our hearts out for them to beat the Thunder. And I guarantee you, if they win this year and they continue to win to be this dynasty, then everyone's going to turn on them and start hating on them. So honestly, I think people should honestly start kind of wanting the Knicks to win if you don't want to see the new hated dynasty in the NBA. And I know no one's going to be saying that right now because everyone loves the Spurs and Wemby, but I guarantee you come 3 years, everyone's going to turn on the Spurs.
But that's how it goes in all pro sports. When you're new and young, you're exciting and fun. But when you've been winning and winning and winning, like, people grow to hate you. It happened with Mahomes. It happened with Brady and the Patriots. It happened with the Warriors. It happens all the time.
Which is why I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate San Antonio.
I will say I hated Mahomes from the start.
Okay, with most people, that's like, with the general public and like fandom, it's like new, young is always exciting. You want a different team to win every year.
No,
if it's not your team.
I'm not saying I want New York to win. I want San Antonio to win. But I think a lot of people are overly hating on the Knicks right now.
Like, they're not all hateable. Like, with the Thunder, I hate almost all of them. But with like the Knicks, like Jalen Brunson, I respect Jalen Brunson as a basketball player. Mikal Bridges, I respect as a basketball player. OG Anunoby, I respect as a basketball player. Deuce McBride, I respect as a basketball player. I can't stand Karl Anthony Towns for the life of me. He bothers me to no end whatsoever. I think Mitchell Robinson's a baby as well.
He will be playing tonight, I believe.
But what bothers, and the fact that he was even thinking about not playing, like, dude, you broke your pinky. That's like the second smallest bone in your body beside your wiener, dog. Like,
it's literally part of your hand.
Okay, but he doesn't shoot threes.
Broke, like 6 toes and then went and
your
did
hand.
He can buddy tape it, bro. He's fine.
Cry about it.
Yeah,
Tom,
like,
I'm gonna break your pinky and see how you feel about it.
Yeah, and be like, oh damn, this hurts. But I wouldn't miss a basketball. Like, if I was a pro basketball player in the finals, a broken pinky is not keeping me out.
Okay, why don't we talk to Jason Tatum, who had a calf strain and lost and didn't play?
That's a completely different situation.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a completely different situation. Completely different situation.
Guy with a literal broken hand doesn't want to play, and you blame him.
It's his pinky. He's not a shooter. He's there to play defense and grab a board.
It's still your hand, Tom. You need your hand to do things.
You do.
No. That's a completely different situation. Tatum's coming off a torn Achilles faster than literally anybody in the NBA has ever come off of it. A calf strain leads to torn Achilles. That's what happened. We're not getting into this. We have too much crap to do. We're not getting into this. His other leg was overcompensating for his leg. Either way, the last thing I want him to blow out his other leg. Either way, moving on. Like, the Knicks, it's more like the Knicks fans, and more importantly, like the Ben Stillers, the Timothy Chalamets, the Spike Lees. Like, they're easier to hate than the actual players.
Chalamet.
Yeah, even though I do respect Timothy Chalamet a lot.
Yeah, because you like
why?
So like,
Dune.
Obviously he's the least unlike even Dune. But more importantly, when he won that award for, I think, playing Bob Dylan, and he was very honest about, like, hey, I want to be greatness. Like, I want to be, up there with the greats. Like, I was like, ooh, I respect that. Like, he's very clear. Like, okay, I want to be great. I'm working hard to be great. I respect that.
He wants to be up there with the greats and he wants to be respected. He should not be dating a Kardashian. Jen.
Well, I was going to say, he's so far, knock on wood, the only guy to currently defeat the Kardashian curse.
How?
His whole career hasn't gone up in shambles yet.
It's getting there. People are turning on him.
People turn on everybody. There's haters all over the internet. But that's all I wanted to do for the finals, just a really quick preview. I think Wemby, if he wins...
Real quick, who's winning game one? Give me a prediction.
Spurs.
Okay.
Knicks.
I think it's more. This will be the biggest toss-up game. The Knicks coming off of like 11 days of rest. They've won 11 straight in the playoffs.
I don't like when teams come off too much rest. Give me the Spurs.
There.
The Spurs are dialed.
For me, it's just no one can stop Wemby, and at 22 years old, if he wins, he's on a path to becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I truly believe that.
So you think he's better than Jason Tatum?
I think as much as I love Jason Tatum, if Wemby wins at the age of 22, he's the first guy to really do that, where he was leading a team since like Magic Johnson do that at the age of 22. Most basketball players don't win like Tatum till they're 25, 26. And if he breaks through that window, and with the roster he has around him, he's set up, as long as his legs don't give out on him and he stays motivated, he could really be the greatest basketball player that the NBA has ever seen.
He could.
Better than Jordan, better than LeBron, better than Kobe. Like, you name it, he could be better than that. But let's move on to the MLB, because I do want to touch on this Red Sox story we teased earlier in the show.
Sarah,
because I want
name.
Sarah's opinion on it. So obviously,
his name is. I don't
we
even.
were talking about. I got you, Sarah. Don't worry. We were referring to the Isaiah Kiner-Falefa post-game comments from last night. IKF for short. What?
We just call him Isaiah.
IKF. Is he IKF? Whatever you want to call him. We were
IKF.
referring to his post-game comments from last night. So the Red Sox have been historically bad at home. Like, historically bad at Fenway. Like, as the worst they've been since, like, 1932, I want to say. That's how bad they've been at Fenway Park, which is usually not what happens. And last night, IKF was asked about struggling at home, and he cryptically made it very clear that when they're home, there's more distractions, and that when they're on the road, they're very close-knit, tight group. But when they're home, there's more distractions, and there's larger groups of people outside Fenway and things like that. And we can't play the audio, but paraphrasing in that sense, I was fascinated by this because Sarah and I played it before. Josh, you've heard it, and if you haven't, I really encourage you to seek out the audio. It's on. I mean, you can find it on Twitter very easily, or TikTok. But I think NBC Sports Boston posted it. Like, mentioning distractions at home, my mind goes one of two places.
My mind immediately goes to one.
Okay, it's two paths. It's either outside influences, outside distractions, or it's someone in the organization that's not on the road with them is overstepping into the clubhouse when they're home. Those are the two paths, and I think both are fascinating ways to think about what's going on.
When you have, for that second option, when you say someone is overstepping in the clubhouse, do you have a name in mind on that person?
I don't have a name, but I have
There's a list of people it could be.
Like, I have like I don't want to say a suspect because there's no name, but I have like your like analytical baseball guy who's really into the numbers, and he's telling guys like, you can't swing at this pitch, you got to think about this and that, the numbers. Like, just insert your baseball nerd is kind of what I'm putting there.
Who is that?
But no, I don't think it's Breslow. Like, I don't think it's Breslow. I think it's one of his like baseball goonies. Breslow's the president of baseball operations, Sarah. I think it's one of his goonies who's just like a baseball nerd and is like, the numbers. What do they mean? Like, all that crap. And I think it's just getting in guys' heads who are like, hey, I'm here to hit the ball.
It could be. It could be one of those. I'm not ruling that out. Again, we have like no evidence on who it is, so all options are. I'm not alluding to anyone. All options are on the table for me. Could be family too. Family could be allowed in the clubhouse, which could be a distraction to certain players.
Also,
especially because Kiner-Falefa did say that it's people they don't know, and maybe like half the team knows family, maybe they don't. But again, it's an option on the table. Don't know. It could be one of Breslow's nerds. Could be family. Other options: someone of John Henry, someone of Sam Kennedy.
I just don't understand how you can be so tight-knit on the road, yet when you get home in your home base, home field, hometown,
They're 9-19.
different.
They're 9-19 at home, I believe.
Yeah,
I think
so
the next worst team at home, I think, is the A's,
That's
and they're like at 12 wins.
that's the thing, though, is that if you have a poison in your locker room, what do? You cut it out.
But
Clearly,
it depends on what that poison is, though.
listen. It is clearly not a player because when they're on the road, everyone gets along. They're a very close-knit team. That's what he said. If it was a player, that cancer would have followed them to the road. So clearly it's someone that is friends, family, I don't think family, because I'm assuming family will go on the road sometimes too. I'm assuming friend, or like you said, some baseball nerd that's friends with someone that works there. That is clearly the issue. So what they need to do is say, listen, buddy, you don't come in here anymore. You're done. You're not fired, but you just leave us alone.
I think that's a good point. It could be someone related to the Fenway Sports Group as well. Because why would someone of the Fenway Sports Group, go out against the series against the Atlanta Braves per se or the Cincinnati Reds?
Exactly.
I think it could be people within the Fenway Sports Group, or one person kind of orchestrating it all.
Exactly. I don't think it's necessarily a player. I don't think it's a family, or maybe even it could possibly be a friend.
No, it's definitely
Thought
not a
process-
player.
My thought process is because he said that they're close on the road, they get along great, everyone's happy, they do better on the road. I don't think it's a player. I don't think it's family.
No, I don't.
Someone that is on the outside that comes in when they're home and ruins.
If we kind of had to filter options, it's definitely not a player. I don't think it's family because kind of Falefa said it was someone that we don't really know,
Yeah.
or people we don't really know. So that alludes that it's some person of
So
kind of front office
Sure.
management that wouldn't really have anything to do with the player. So that's why I think it has to do with something of someone that maybe John Henry or Sam Kennedy or even Theo Epstein might know as well. Someone having to do with the Fenway Sports Group, because why would they need direct contact with the players?
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
It's just silly.
I mean, what are the odds that somebody's sneaking women in and out of the clubhouse? That would be a distraction. That would be a distraction. I'm not gonna speculate any further on that, but that's immediately where my mind was like, okay, who's sneaking people into the locker room that's not supposed to be there? Like, that is a distraction, and that would, I think IKF, who's more of a veteran leader on the, I don't want to say leader, but he's a vet on this team. Well, that would be something that probably bothers him, and I think other vets, the older guys, I think there definitely is some sort of disparity between the veteran older guys on this team and the younger up and comers on this roster as well.
Yeah, it could be a younger
player. They're naturally at odds because they're all fighting for the same 9 positions out there, and they can't really put together a consistent lineup each day, where where guys are going to go. But I thought it was just, Sarah, you said it the best. Fascinating that it seems like they dread. They dread coming home. They dread coming to play at their home ballpark because there's obviously something that's bothering them in the clubhouse.
The fans definitely do.
They still show up and show out, which is never going to change.
Boston.
It's Fenway Park, but I just, again, and I know not a baseball girly at all, quote unquote. Your words don't care, but I thought this is something that Sarah's going to be interested in. That
was interesting.
A player admitting they don't like to play at home, pretty much. Yeah. That they're better on the road because there's less distractions.
Across all the sports I've ever watched, I've never seen that.
Usually it's okay. You go to, you go and play in Miami. There's distractions. You go and play in LA. There's distractions. They don't have those distractions. But when they're home, because apparently Boston's nightlife must be crazy. Everything closes at 1 a.m. in the morning. 1 a.m. They're distracted as hell.
I will admit, so I hand up accountability for being an idiot. When I first originally heard this, I was like, what? You're being distracted from the fans you don't know? There's fans in every stadium. I'm like, oh, wait, there's someone in the locker room. I'm like, oh, I'm just an idiot.
Yeah,
I was like, you're telling me the fans are distracting you because you don't know?
What are they sitting? Are they in the dugout at Fenway? Ooh, okay. Section 225, row B, seat 11. Let's get her in the clubhouse after the game. Let's get her. Let's bring her into the let's go out with that girl. Are they doing the
see
the
guy
Friday Night Lights thing? Or,
see the guy in section 64, row 18 in seat 2? Yeah, I don't like his hair. It distracted me on my swing.
Yeah, that's why you swung and missed, Yoshida.
Right.
Hey, don't disrespect Yoshida. He's my favorite.
Yeah, they do the thing from Miracle at their first Olympic game where they're all picking people out of the crowd, the hotties out of the crowd. But interesting. I think every week there will be some sort of new dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Chad, head up to the Green Monster real quick. Go over to row 3. See if they want to come back for the VIP experience.
Yeah, no thanks.
And you know what the P stands for in that situation?
What?
Penis.
What does the V and the I stand for? Veiny and inside.
Oh my god.
See, I figured you would have gone with the V stands for something else there, Josh. But I think we're gonna end it there before we get ourselves in trouble. That seems like a very good place to end the episode.
Tom, it doesn't work like that. That's not how anatomy works. It's got to be the other way around. It has to be PIV, not VIP.
Yeah, you're right. We'll figure it out next week.
Because if the eyes-
but no,
if
like
the
just
eyes
it's
stand-
just. I mean, that's purely speculation
The
there.
eye stands for in. That's not how it works. You gotta go back to school, bud.
Like purely speculation there. It'll be interesting. I think every single week there will be a new dysfunctional thing from the Red Sox for us to talk about, which
Little quirk.
yeah, something quirky, like a 15-minute thing to talk about. That we can hopefully I can find a way to get Sarah's, pique Sarah's interest there a little bit. Because yes, we have the AJ Brown news, and at the end of the day, it's celebrate AJ Brown, but that high is going to come down soon, and there is still such a long way. I think we're like 97 days away from the open of the NFL season or something like that.
Whoa.
So we're still a ways away from the NFL season, but we're gonna get there slowly but surely. This was episode 51 of the Duck Boat Dispatch. We've been around for a full year at this point. We missed a few weeks. Year 2 gonna be better than year 1, hopefully. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube at the Duck Boat Dispatch. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Duck Boat Dispatch. If you want more of an audio version of the podcast, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Spotify is a pain to find for some reason. So go to the Instagram. Sarah set up a beautiful link tree in there. Click on that. It'll bring you right to Spotify. You can follow there as well. So be a friend, tell a friend. Sharing is caring. Appreciate the world of that. So make sure you repost, like, comment, interact with us. We love to hear from you. I'm going to go back and forth talking ball because that's what we love to do. We'll be back next week with episode 52, which is theoretically 52 weeks in a year. That's one full year, but we missed a couple weeks. That's how maths. I'm not great at it, as you can tell, but we'll figure it out. But we'll be back next week. There won't be a 2-week hiatus this time. We promise. Maybe Gonzo's had a contract.
That's on you. That's
Maybe.
on you,
Shut
bud.
up, Josh. The NBA Finals will be underway. I know the NHL Stanley Cup Finals began last night, but I'm not watching that personally. I'm going to take a quote from Sarah. I don't care. Don't care. I'm not
I
paying to
thought
watch.
it was entertaining. I thought game 1 was entertaining, but who cares?
I like hockey and football. I don't like it.
You know what was on last night, Josh, that was way more entertaining to me? Love Island USA premiere, baby.
I knew you were going to say that.
Maybe we'll start doing a little breakdown of Love Island at the end, sir, if we get really bored and we're out of content. But we'll be back next week.
A reality
you.
segment.
For watching.